Our society has made us believe that the more we do, the more we get. Work longer hours, get a bigger paycheck. Study more, get better grades. But due to the nature of weight training as a drug-free lifter, this is not the case. The more is better mentality that is so common in our world is the single biggest factor hurting the progress of drug-free people in the gym. Bodybuilders will succeed following the train more to gain more approach, but bodybuilders are taking steroids and have incredible genetics, so you should not mimic them if you are drug-free. The biggest tragedy in the fitness industry by far is how many drug-free people have quit working out due to a lack of results, or worse, turned to steroids to make their training programs work. When drug-free lifters attempt to mimic the workout methods used by bodybuilders, the only way to succeed is by taking drugs. If you don't believe me, then take a look around your gym. The shortage of impressive drug-free bodies should more than speak for itself. If everyone trained twice per week and knew about practical and effective drug-free fitness methods, there would be no shortage of muscle and strength among gym goers. People would also avoid wasting so much time in the gym and have the ability to put more time and energy towards the other important areas of their lives. This is the mission of Polarity Fitness, and if you're tired of gym rat culture and the belief that you need to sacrifice your life and live in the gym to build a great physique, then this video is for you. The first thing you must understand is the problem with conventional bodybuilding methods that have you in the gym 4+ days a week. For most drug-free people, 4 or more workouts per week have little to no potential for producing gains, no matter how dedicated the person is or how much they eat and sleep. Very few drug-free lifters can continue showing up to the gym for 4 or more workouts per week without just going through the motions in their workouts. In the rare case that the person can train hard enough to stimulate muscle and strength gains with 4 or more workouts per week, they still only have 3 or fewer recovery days. This means that their bodies cannot grow in response to the stimulus they create in the gym because they don't have enough recovery days. From my experience, twice per week training gives you the perfect balance between workload and recovery. Mainstream workout routines will overtrain a drug-free lifter because these routines are meant for steroid users who have a much greater recovery ability than the average drug-free lifter with normal genetics and a life outside of the gym. We all know guys who live in the gym and train 5 to 7 days per week who month after month look the exact same and sooner or later throw in the towel. Most people spend hours and hours in the gym every single week with nothing to show for it. Many people just go to the gym to feel good about themselves and the fact that they went to the gym. They equate their success with how much time they spend in the gym rather than how much progress they have made. If you just go to the gym to feel good about yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. Keep doing your thing. But for those of you who go to the gym to get results, progress is what counts. Despite what most people think, time spent in the gym does not equal progress. Progress equals progress, and almost nobody has a system in place to make progress. Hell, most people can't even fucking define progress. The indicator of physique progress when you are drug-free is weight added to the bar over time on your big compound exercises. When you are drug-free, there is a very strong relationship between size and strength. This is a lost concept in today's fitness industry because everybody is on steroids, and this relationship between size and strength no longer exists when you are on steroids. As a general rule of thumb, the stronger you get across a handful of big compound movements, the more muscle you'll have. Everyone defines success in the gym by the amount of volume, aka sets and reps, they do, and it's for this very reason that they do not see strength gains. Volume plays an important role in muscle growth, but you need a lot less than what most people recommend. When you are training hard enough to stimulate muscle growth, which means taking your sets very close to failure, then you cannot handle much training volume without overtraining yourself. You can train long or you can train hard, but you cannot do both. Walk into any public gym and you'll see tons of people who can't even squat their own body weight for 5 reps, can't do 135 on the bench press, can't do a pull-up. Their physiques are underdeveloped, yet they spend hours upon hours in the gym every single week. Why is that? Well, once again, more training is not better. Your recovery ability is limited when you are drug-free, and when the goal is to make consistent strength gains, you have to have more recovery days than training days throughout the week. You have to fully recover between workouts. This is what allows you to string together progressive workouts over time, which is what results in an incredibly well-developed physique. A drug-free lifter's recovery ability is much less than that of a steroid user. Yet most drug-free people still train like bodybuilders and wonder why they can't gain any muscle and strength. It's because less is more for a drug-free person, and if you're in the gym for hours and hours each week doing endless sets and reps, then you will never recover between workouts, and you will not have the ability to gain strength and therefore muscle mass over time. If you want to build a lean, strong, and muscular physique as a natural lifter, then your primary goal should be to build yourself up to moving a lot lot of weight across a handful of big major compound movements over time in good form. The stronger you become, the more well-developed your physique will be. There are far more benefits to training twice per week than the incredible progress you will experience. The beautiful thing about working out twice per week is that you look forward to every single workout with enthusiasm. I enjoy training a lot, but if I had to be in the gym 4+ days a week, it would become tedious and my enjoyment for lifting would disappear. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Don't underestimate the importance of being enthusiastic about working out as it relates to long-term sustainability of fitness. Most people go super intense with their workout routines and they stop within a matter of weeks because they've overtrained and burned themselves out. It's unsustainable and they don't see long-term results because they can't stay consistent with it. If we just disregarded the fact that training 4 or more days per week is ineffective for a drug-free lifter with a life outside of the gym, and we just looked at the sustainability aspect, we'd realize that it's just not doable for most people. I always say if you can't do it for a decade, then don't do it for a day. There's no point in getting into great shape for a few months or even a year if you know that you're not going to be able to sustain your routine in the long term. You have to see things from a bigger picture and ask yourself, what can I do for life? Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, because the goal is to be in shape for the rest of our lives. There are very few people who can't make any time to train just twice per week. Everyone can sustain it, especially once you see the insane results that come from training just twice per week, you'll be hooked. Personally, I have no interest in living in the gym and obsessing over fitness. I would rather be well-rounded and put more time and energy into the other areas of my life. I think more people, especially young guys, need to realize that being a gym rat just isn't cool and you will get no benefit out of it. You will get the most benefits out of fitness when you view it as a vehicle to enhance your life, not the focal point of it. That's why I created Polarity Fitness. I am not interested in the whole bodybuilding obsession and geeking out over fitness. It's just not my cup of tea. It's absolutely crucial to be in amazing shape, and if you are out of shape, then you are going through life handicapped. But once fitness starts to consume your life, then it's doing more harm than good. Many guys can't stand the idea of going to the gym just 2 to 3 times per week because they use going to the gym as a way to escape their reality. But I'm sorry to break it to you, the gym will not solve all of your problems. And if you can't bear the idea of just going to the gym twice a week, even if it means getting better results, then I'm sorry, but you have other problems to deal with. I like to look at life like an onion. There are many different layers that go deeper and deeper, and I believe the first layer of the onion is fitness. And in order to get to the deeper layers of the onion, you have to peel that first layer back. There's literally nothing worse than walking around in life being self-conscious about your body. I know this firsthand because I was always fat growing up and extremely insecure about my body. My self-consciousness held me back and prevented me from letting go and just being confident in myself. When I got into great shape, I no longer had to think about my body. And I think that's the real beauty about building a great body. It's so that you no longer have to think about it anymore. You can just walk around with full confidence in yourself, knowing that you are strong and attractive. But think about the way that most people go about fitness. They get in shape so that they can obsess over it and let fitness consume their life. Fuck that. The goal is to peel that first layer back, that is fitness, and then focus on ascending into the deeper layers and improving your life in different ways. Fitness will be an absolute force multiplier in all of these different layers and aspects of life, and that's why it's so important to have it dialed in. It's not so that you can obsess over it and let it consume your fucking life. For me, it was the thing that gave me the confidence and self-belief that I needed to then go ahead and strive towards improvement in all of the other areas of my life. And there's not a chance in hell that I would have the time and energy to improve those other areas of my life if I was a gym rat who lived his life in the gym and obsessed over fitness 24/7. That's not how you want to go about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, I recommend checking out this video right here, where I go into extreme depth on exactly how to set up a twice per week training schedule for maximum gains. I talk about the exercise selection, the sets, the volume, everything. So I recommend checking that out. And you guys can also pick up my free 13-point drug-free muscle building checklist if you want to discover the 13 fundamentals of drug-free physique building. And we'll talk soon.